Some Republicans are taking another swing at attempting to get George Santos out of Congress, specifically New York Republicans. And I'll show you first some NBC News reporting on this, a very justified attempt, and then also show you Mike Lawler making this case a House New York Republican. As a reminder, this is coming in the wake of the superseding indictment and the extra set of criminal charges being brought against George Santos that we learned about yesterday. Here from NBC News, a group of House Republicans from New York are introducing a resolution to expel Representative George Santos from Congress. Quote, today I'll be introducing an expulsion resolution to rid the People's House of fraudster George Santos, Representative Anthony D'Esposito said in a post on the social media platform X. He told reporters he considers Santos a stain, true, on the House and on New York State. It's time that we move on from George Santos, he said. And then here is his fellow New York Republican making the same case.
Look, it takes 2/3 to expel a member from Congress. There were not 2/3 votes back in May when the initial expulsion resolution was brought, which is why it was referred to the Ethics Committee. Myself and my New York colleagues wanted to allow the time for the investigation to be handled, but with the guilty plea of his treasurer admitting to the very scheme that he has been now twice indicted on with 23 felony counts, he cannot serve. I've said repeatedly since December he needed to resign. I believe that, and in the absence of his resignation, the time to act is now. I mean, it's just...
And that is exactly right. So then trying to go through and think about what is it now in total that he's being charged with, and they feel is now enough to go ahead and push for his expulsion. They think it could work. Well, this most recent batch of charges, 1 count of conspiracy to commit offenses against the United States, 2 counts of wire fraud, 2 counts of making materially false statements to the FEC, 2 counts of falsifying records to submit to obstruct the FEC, 2 counts of aggravated identity theft, and 1 count of access device fraud. And we learned about this alleged scheme where he would take the personal information of contributors. So they would give their information, a credit card number, for example, to make a donation to his campaign. Then charge a bunch of unauthorized charges to that credit card for whatever he'd like, and just to steal their money, allegedly. And then also, quote, Santos falsely inflated the campaign's reported receipts with non-existent loans and contributions that were either fabricated or stolen. Led multiple additional fraudulent criminal schemes, lying to the American public in the process, and just so many crazy things going on. FEC statements that were fraudulent to qualify for support from the National Republican Party, and like I said, charging donors allegedly fraudulently. So that's outrageous. He should be held accountable for that. I think it's good that individuals who are also New York Republicans are going ahead and pushing for this once again. We'll see if it's successful. Very likely that it won't be, because of the motivation to keep as many votes in that very narrow majority as they possibly can. And that's the unfortunate thing about the obsession with power from so many. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to be a part of what makes this show possible, plus get access to the full video version of the show and the bonus show on the weekends, you can do so by going to lukebeasleyshow.com/membership. That's lukebeasleyshow.com/membership. And there's a link in the description.